History of Indonesian agrarian law. In general, the history of agrarian law in Indonesia can be divided into two periods, namely the Dutch colonial period and the period after independence. The provisions in the agrarian sector during the Dutch colonial period were very unfavorable for the Indonesian people. This is because these provisions are discriminatory and oppressive to the Indonesian people, especially with the politics of forced cultivation in the agricultural sector. With the proclamation of the independence of the Republic of Indonesia on August 17, 1945, all statutory regulations left by the Dutch colonial government should no longer apply. However, based on the provisions of Article 2 of the Transitional Rules of the 1945 Constitution, all existing state bodies and regulations, including regulations in the field of agrarian law, are still in effect as long as new ones have not been created according to the 1945 Constitution. Due to its discriminatory nature, in 1948 the government began efforts to develop the basics of agrarian law which would replace the products of the Dutch colonial government in the field of agrarian law. These efforts can be divided into 5 periods, namely 1. Yogyakarta Agrarian Committee period. In 1948 the country's capital was in Yogyakarta. Based on the decree of the President of the Republic of Indonesia dated 21 May 1948 No. 16, the Yogyakarta Agrarian Committee was formed. The Yogyakarta Agrarian Committee was chaired by Saraman Riksudiharjo, who at that time served as head of the agrarian section of the Ministry of Home Affairs and had as members officials from various ministries and departments, members of the NIP working body representing farmer and regional organizations, customary law experts, and representative of the Plantation Workers Union. The duties of the Yogyakarta Agrarian Committee are as follows. Provide advice to the government on matters relating to land law in general. Designing the basics of land law that includes the agrarian politics of the Republic of Indonesia. Designing changes, replacements, and repeal of old regulations, both from a legislative and practical perspective, and investigate other issues related to land law. The results of the work of the Yogyakarta Agrarian Committee are the following proposals. Release of the domain principle and recognition of customary rights. Implementation of regulations that allow for strong individual rights, property rights. Conducting investigations regarding regulations in other countries to determine whether foreigners can have ownership rights to land. Establishment of minimum land area for small farmers to earn a decent living. For the Java region, 2 hectares is proposed. Determination of maximum area. For Java, 10 hectares regardless of soil type. The land rights scheme consists of ownership rights and rights to vacant land from the state in small areas as well as rights to other people's land called Majersari rights, and registration of land ownership and important boarding rights, cadastral annex, is carried out. 2. Jakarta Agrarian Committee period. In 1951, along with the transition from the form of government from the United Republic of Indonesia to the unitary state of the Republic of Indonesia, the country's capital was moved to Jakarta. Based on the decree of the President of the Republic of Indonesia dated 19 March 1951 No. 36 1951, the Yogyakarta Agrarian Committee was dissolved and the Jakarta Agrarian Committee was formed. This committee was chaired by Saraman Riksudiharjo, replaced in 1953 by Singa Praptadiharjo, and had as members officials from various ministries and departments, and representatives of farmer organizations. The duties of the Jakarta Agrarian Committee are almost the same as those of the Yogyakarta Agrarian Committee. The results of the work of the Jakarta Agrarian Committee are as follows. The minimum area limit is 2 hectares and it is necessary to study further regarding the relationship between minimum restrictions and customary law. Maximum limitation of 25 hectares for one family. Only Indonesian citizens can own land for small farming and there is no distinction between native and non-native citizens. Land rights scheme in the form of ownership rights, business rights, rental rights and use rights. Customary rights are recognized. 3. Period of the State Committee for Agrarian Affairs, Soewarjo Committee. Through Presidential Decree dated March 29, 1955 No. 55 1955, the Ministry of Agrarian Affairs was formed, one of whose tasks was to prepare the formation of national agrarian legislation. 12 Based on the decree of the President of the Republic of Indonesia dated January 14, 1956 No. 1956, the Jakarta Agrarian Committee was dissolved and the State Committee for Agrarian Affairs was formed, which was based in Jakarta. This committee is chaired by Soewojo Somodologo and consists of officials from various ministries and departments, customary law experts, and representatives of several farmer organizations. The main task of this committee is to prepare a plan for the basic agrarian law. 15 In 1957, the State Committee for Agrarian Affairs successfully completed its task. Several important points from the draft law made by this committee are the abolition of the domain principle and the recognition of customary rights. The domain principle is replaced with state power rights. Elimination of dualism in agrarian law. Land rights in the form of ownership rights, business rights, building rights and use rights. Ownership rights may only be owned by Indonesian citizens without distinguishing between native and non-native citizens. Meanwhile, legal entities may not have property rights. Establishment of maximum and minimum land area limits. In principle, agricultural land must be worked and cultivated by the owner himself. There needs to be land registration and land use planning. 4. Sonarjo design period. With several changes, the draft State Committee for Agrarian Affairs was submitted by the Minister of Agrarian Sonarjo to the Council of Ministers on March 14, 1958 and approved by the Council of Ministers on April 1, 1958. The draft was then submitted to the House of Representatives through presidential mandate dated April 24, 1958 No. 1307, HK. 5. Sadjarwo design period. Because Sonarjo's draft was prepared on the basis of the Provisional Constitution, the draft was withdrawn with the President's official letter dated 23 May 1960 No. 1532, HK. 1960. 18. Then a draft of the Basic Agrarian Law was submitted, which had been adapted to the 1945 Constitution and the Political Manifesto of the Republic of Indonesia. The draft was proposed by the Minister of Agrarian Affairs, Sadjarwo. Finally, on September 14, 1960, the Mutual Cooperation Representative Council unanimously accepted the draft and it was ratified by President Sukarno as Law No. 5 of 1960 concerning Basic Agrarian Principles Regulations, or better known as the Basic Agrarian Law, UUPA. UUPA was promulgated in the 1960 State Gazette No. 104 and the explanation is contained in Supplement to State Gazette No. 2043. And came into force on September 24, 1960.